1 minute.
National anthem, Team Argentina. National anthem, Team Canada.
And I stole the charger.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first of the evening games. This women's division match between Argentina in blue and Team Canada in black. Team from Argentina in the blue tops with the pink stripes down the sides. Solid black uniforms from Canada. The numbers in white. Got 30 seconds to go. We are at the 2021 Indoor Pan Am Cup, coming to you from Spring City, Pennsylvania. My name is Chris Maloney. It's been my pleasure to talk with you throughout the first 2 days of the tournament. We'll finish up tomorrow on Sunday with the championships. The winners in the men's division and women's division will go to the 2022 World Cup in Belgium in February of 2022. Clock is reset. The umpire's whistle starts things off. Umpire on the far side is Ridge Bear. Umpire on the near side is Natalia Ortado. Argentina has started with possession and maintained it. Intercepted by Thompson on the left side, looking for a way into the circle. Stingy defense by Argentina keeps her out until the ball put forward to Wong from Lee. Just out of her reach. She almost got control of the ball. So a quick counterattack there by Canada. We're in the first of 4 periods, each 10 minutes in length. A 1-minute break between the first and second, and third and fourth quarter. 5-minute halftime. Leahy with the ball now, coming over to Lee, the captain. Lee back to Leahy. Leahy up the middle to Thompson. But the ball mishandled by Thompson into the air. No three-dimensional skills are allowed. This coming from inside the attacking half, and so the ball has to go 3 meters before entering the circle. Thompson steals the ball away, and her dribble is tackled away by Argentina. Contest for the ball won by Argentina. Lee takes the ball from one end of the pitch to the other to pass off to Thompson, who takes the shot. And a penalty corner as one of the players from Argentina played the ball while it was in the air or put the ball into the air. Couldn't quite tell from the signaling. But an early penalty corner opportunity here for the team from Canada. It's very difficult to score in field hockey because you have to get the ball inside the scoring zone, which is the 9-meter arc that comes out from the end line. That scoring opportunity is increased when the ball is gotten into the circle via a penalty corner by about 30 to 40%. Ball's out to Leahy. Leahy thinking that possibly there was an opportunity for a stroke to be called there, but just as quickly denied by a quick conversation between the umpires. Lee across the circle to Thompson, but Thompson bobbled the ball as she then took a quick shot. Wong coming in for the defense, accidentally tripped the player from Argentina. Stick obstruction against the attack. So the ball over to Canada. Leahy coming across to Lee. Lee and Leahy working together. Then the defense split, sent the ball up, hoping to find Wong at the other end. Argentina trying to put the ball through into the circle with the through the feet pass. Ball being pushed back and forth between players who are not trying to enter the circle. While the ball isn't in their possession, the other player is scanning for an opportunity. What will they do when they get the ball? This tossed into the circle, and the umpire indicating that that was a hit. You are not allowed to hit the ball in indoor hockey. You are only allowed to push the ball or push the ball into the air when shooting on goal. That skill of pushing the ball into the air is called a flick. You can also do what's called a scoop, which lifts the ball, but again, only if you're taking a shot on goal. Will happen from inside the scoring circle. Lee starting with the ball outside the attacking half. Umpire telling Lancaster to continue playing even though there was a bobble on her receipt because no one was within playing distance from the opponent. More than halfway through the first period. Great action so far. Argentina crossing along the proximity marks that surround the circle. And then the ball in hard, but Lancaster intercepts. She had a player cutting behind her. If she had missed the ball, it would have been quite the opportunity for Argentina. Thompson across the Wong. Wong deflects the ball up, thinking it was a shot, but the cross must have been lifted. Argentina threatening from the left side, then the ball pulled back. Lancaster will restart things for Canada if the ball into one of the feet of Argentina, so attacking foul inside the circle. It can either be taken anywhere inside the circle or opposite the point of the foul, outside the circle. Argentina on the run, looking for a shot here. Pass back towards the center of the circle. The shot stopped by the Canadian keeper. Hard pass across. Argentina still looking for an opportunity to get the ball into the circle and in possession. They have sent the ball into the circle several times, but not much success on possessing the ball when it gets inside the circle. Gomez put the ball into play. Thompson able to break things up on the receiving end. Lancaster brought back into a better position by the umpire relative to where the foul took place. She goes across over to Leahy and quickly back to Lancaster, who sends the ball upfield. Umpire touching the ground, indicating that the player had, played the ball from a position on the ground, which is not allowed. Shot by Argentina off the goalkeeper. Ball was bouncing while the player from Argentina took the shot. Ball threatened the already injured face of Lancaster. You can see, if you can see from the camera, that she's got a black patch on her right eye. In the game earlier today, she was wearing a face mask. Ball deflected up to Carvalho. Carvalho tackled the ball, tackled away from her. 30 seconds in the first period. Ball into the circle, but possession taken away by Canada. So while Argentina has been able to get the ball into the circle, they very few times have they ended up with possession. You'll need that because in order to score, you have to score from inside the circle, so you got to have possession in order to do that. Score is deadlock as we come to the end of the first period. These 4 periods are separated by 1 minute. I'm sorry, the first and second period, 10 minutes each, separated by 1 minute. Take this opportunity to highlight that one of the things you probably can't see, and perhaps I'm online now, are the fans in the stands. Because of the COVID protocols, the opportunity to participate in this program and donate to the U.S. men's and women's program is done by these placards that are spread out along the outside of the rink. This is one of my hockey friends, Suzanne Albanese, and we have others that I'll show you as we continue. Here's one from the Big Apple Hockey Foundation, the runners of the Big Apple tournament in New York. And one of the most represented, the Minuteman Field Hockey Club, another fan in the stands. Argentina restarts play just as they did in the first period. So when the first period ends, the second period starts with the players in the same positions as they were during the first period. The teams will switch ends at the beginning of the second half. Zanny tried to turn there against Wong. Wong turned her back. Not turned her back to it, but turned away, the player from Argentina. Warning, caution, I should say, to one of the players from Argentina about potentially passing the ball away. Little bobble there by Wong, but the umpire allows play to continue. Now we have one-on-one. Leahy against one of the players from Argentina. Eventually stalled, and possession won by Argentina. The restart taken from the wrong place. The ball must be placed precisely and with more precision the closer the team is to the goal that they are attacking. Ball's let through to the circle. Wong now dribbling the ball away from the circle. At least Wong, graduate of Princeton University and competitor there. Possession to Canada from the left side of their attack. Leahy. It's got to go 3 meters before going into the circle. She decides to pull back for 2 and pass across to Lee. Lee puts the ball into the circle. Ball rolls into the cage, but was only a threat. No actual damage done there because the ball was last touched by an attacker outside the circle. Ball over to Agrudo. Back to Agrudo again. The other players on Argentina, while Agrudo has the ball, are scanning upfield to see what the opening might be. Of course, it's also dependent on what the players do. So Wong stepped forward there, forcing the passing to stop from side to side, and instead Argentina had to go forward. Now they try an attack on the left side, but the ball goes across the end line. And Lee will bring the ball up to put the ball back into play. Leahy. Argentina tried to stop her in the circle, steals the ball away. Now we have a 3-on-2. Ball passed behind the approaching attackers, and so now Canada's back in full shape on the defensive end. So the ball will be put back into play with a restart from the center line after some level of discussion between the players and the umpire. If you're just joining us, Canada is dressed in black against Argentina in the light blue uniforms. Score is tied 0-0. We are in the second period of play. Just under 6 minutes to go in the second period and the first half. Wong with the breakaway after receiving the pass from Thompson. Ball under the goalkeeper for a moment, under the pads, and a penalty corner called because when the ball is up against the goalie's pads like that, it's an obstruction. So the penalty corner, first real scoring opportunity here for Canada. I think it's the first penalty corner. Action's been so fast. The games are running into each other. Wong will insert from the far side. Passes out to Leahy and the Castle at the top with Thompson. Have worked for scores for Canada. Here to Leahy. Ball across the end line without being touched, and so free push for Argentina. Now, so Wong was dribbling with both hands on the ground, and that's not allowed. The slang term for it is snow plowing. Might expect to see a snow plow in a luge event, but you're not supposed to do that in indoor hockey. Ball across the sideboards. The sideboards are 4 inches high. The ball about 3 inches in diameter, a little less. Oh boy, here's Argentina just working against the captain. Lancaster came over, and what we generally refer to as a turn and fire, but it's just trying to get the ball through a defender who is in an established position. Hard whistle. The umpire is asking the players to take that out of the game so that the umpire doesn't have to take a player out of the game with a suspension. And there was quite the opportunity as Argentina was alone on the left side of the circle, their attacking side, and shot the ball low as the Canadian keeper was already down on the ground. So the top 2/3 of the cage were open. Argentina goalkeeper keeping the ball in play. Another opportunity on the left side for Argentina. Now back to the top, back to the left, and a deflection pass, trying to give the receiver enough opportunity to have a chance to play the ball with that sweet little deflection pass forward. It sort of would catch the Canadian players unaware for just a moment. And that's all you need is just an extra bit of time. Timeout while the goalkeeper adjusts her gear. Here's another one of our fans in the stands. Once again, the funds raised for Fans in the Stand help support the USA men's and women's participation in this tournament. There were two lifts there. First one by Canada, and so possession to Argentina. I love that there's been so much action in this first half. Two real scoring opportunities. One, the Canadian team with the penalty corner opportunity. Wong almost snow-plowed again, but lifted up her hands just as she sort of realized she was doing it. And then the Argentina player on the left side of their circle had really an open shot at goal, but went across to the far side and gave the chance for the keeper to make the play. So as Argentina received that ball, she put it up into the air a bit, and possession over to Canada with 1 minute to go in the first half. At the time, Canada, Leahy used the boards to get by her opponent, but it was picked up in the end by Argentina. Now they have possession. .30 seconds to go in the first half. Argentina along the proximity marks tries to go in. Umpires are going to converse quickly, reverse the call, make sure they had it right. We had a first foul, was actually against Canada. By first foul, we mean there are two fouls really quickly, closely together. The umpire might see the second foul, or their partner might see the first foul. So that's sorted out very quickly with the radios and hand signals between the umpires. In this case, probably likely the hand signals, because the umpires have two different native languages, which sometimes can be an issue for the players and the umpires. Show you again another fan in the stand showing their support for USA's men's and women's indoor teams. So a 5-minute break for the halftime. Mark Polcheski, the official photographer for the event, going out to take some halftime photographs as the umpires confer. Action will continue in just over 3 minutes. Well, the halftime is almost expired. Argentina taking the field first. Clock will be reset to 10 minutes. Each period is 10 minutes long. Carvalho over the ball to restart play. She's surrounded by Wong and Thompson. Ball back to Leahy. Over to Lee, the captain. Leahy receives again. Argentina applying a little bit of pressure here. Carvalho dribbles past it though. Ball back to Wong. Over to Lee. Lee hard into the circle, deflected by Thompson. Great save by the keeper. I think the keeper was in the right place at the right time to make that save. Ball across the end line gives a free push to Canada. Leahy over to Lee. Wong light touch in, expecting Lee to run forward to the ball, or Thompson to cross from the center of the circle to the right side. But the ball went wanding across the end line. So Argentina with possession. We are tied, as you might be able to see, 0-0. Argentina in the blue. Canada in black. The Canadian goalie is in red. And the goalkeeper for Argentina in the yellow. Goalkeepers have to wear uniform tops that do not match either of the team's uniforms, but they can actually match each other. A lot of times in field hockey, it's indoor hockey. Well, let's wait till after this interception. And then the ball intercepted again from Argentina. Ball across. Didn't find anybody from Argentina. Wong got the ball out of the circle, but picked up again by Argentina. What I was going to say is the ball passing back here, back and forth, and it's sort of like the tide as it slowly inches up onto the shore. And then finally that last wave breaks into your position and gets you wet. And the ball through the circle. So free push for Canada. A hard tackle there at the center line against Leahy. She felt she could get possession of the ball again. Good pressure against Lee from Argentina. Hard across, player alone. The shot came from inside, deflected. I'm not sure it was on target enough, but let's call it a save by the Canadian keeper with the right hand, the stick, as she reached out with her right hand. And Argentina decides to come back Wong pressuring. Wong reaching in, causing a physical contact. Argentina bringing the ball closer and closer to the circle and then back again. And a spin move, back of the stick used. Ball across to Lee, trying to fight past the player from Argentina. Up to Thompson. The ball deflects up off of the Argentine stick and crossed over, trying to find somebody in the circle on the back pass, but nobody was there. Carvello was the closest, but she had already crossed that position. Lee brings the ball all the way down, asking for a substitute, I think. Oh, and that ball shot right across the goal mouth. Leahy in. Lee getting a breather. Lancaster tries to find Carvello, but pushed the ball directly into Argentina player. Argentina with a high shot. I think it might have been deflected by the goalkeeper. So the Canadians are looking for a call of a lift that was not on target. I think it might have been. I don't have the perfect angle to see it myself. Argentina definitely applying pressure. Not just letting Canada pass the ball back and forth. Of course, now they'll make a liar out of me. Ball over to Lancaster. Two players here from Argentina surrounding the Canadian. Barbenou. Thompson on the ball. Going back to Lancaster. Lancaster back to Thompson. Barbenou. Over to Leahy. Lee back into the game, gets possession in the circle and shoots, but just wide. We're already in the third period here. If you're just joining us, the score is knotted at 0. 2 minutes to go in the third period. Oh, and that beautiful pass straight through into the circle. Missed by Argentina. And the ball put up into the air slightly, but enough that it disadvantaged Canada. Barbenou forcing that pushback of the Argentina team. And a penalty corner opportunity here for Argentina. Canadians protesting the call, as it were. Canadian captain Lee going over to the umpire to state their case. The umpires will describe what they had. So the umpire accepting a fault, pointing to herself, and we'll restart instead with a penalty corner. Possession for Canada on a free push. Came from Leahy over to Lancaster. She's getting pressured in the circle. She gets outside to Wong. Wong off the boards to Carvalho. Carvalho sends the ball forward to Lee just a step or two late for that opportunity. We're under a minute to go in the third period. There's such great action going on in this game. No score yet, but I'm exhausted just watching this high level of play. The fast pace of the ball. Nobody's slowing things down. And that the ball deflected, and Lee is wishing she had zigged instead of zagged. She would have had a great opportunity inside the circle. 9 seconds to go. Lee tried to force the ball through the defender. And so time is going to expire in the third period. We have a 1 minute break. You know, it takes a lot of volunteers and others to make an event like this possible. And at this time, I want to give a call out to the doctors from Penn Medicine, Lancaster General Health and Sports Medicine. They're here to evaluate any injuries or manage any emergent medical conditions and help support the athletic trainers that are also working at this event. So thank you very much, Penn Medicine. Ten seconds to go. Some field hockey fans will recognize Pam, one of our famous field hockey coaches and board member. Fourth period will start soon. Canada and Argentina in the positions they were at the beginning of the second half. Last 10 minutes of this game, scores tied 0-0. Leahy's pass to Wong was set up by Lee going deep to the end line. So point is, sometimes it's the off the ball movement that makes the pass possible. Carvalho back to Leahy. Leahy over to Lee. Player from Argentina ran into Wong. Carvalho hard against the back of Carvalho is the Argentinian defender, Argentine defender. So anyway, they have a penalty corner for Canada. Leahy gets the call from the coach, comes in to tell her teammates what the play will be and what they'll execute. Take a notice of Wong's positioning here. It's a little unorthodox. We've seen it before from some other players, but Wong is the only one in this tournament doing it, where she steps in front of the ball, then reaches back, gets the ball, and then does the insertion from there. This really is only possible on the indoor surface. Another penalty corner. Team from Canada is asking for a stroke, but I think the ball was already not going to pass into the circle. The player, did a little bit more than just stop the ball, which would have been legal, but instead played the bouncing ball. So the shot was taken, it bounced up into the air off the goalkeeper and then got behind the goalkeeper, was still in the air, and one of the defenders played the ball forward on the bounce. But not so much that it was something that was illegal that would cause for the call of a penalty stroke. Lee over to Thompson. Thompson with the shot That's going into the body of one of the players from Argentina, and that is a penalty stroke if the body stops the ball from crossing the goal line. So the ball is past the goalkeeper. The shot past the goalkeeper, the ball going into the goal, except for essentially being caught by and stopped by the body of one of the players from Argentina. Lee is set up and ready. And that breaks the deadlock. Obviously, the ball would have gone into the goal had the Argentina player not been there. And that is why a penalty stroke is awarded, to try to give the attack back the scoring opportunity that they lost because of the illegal play. And Argentina tries a deflection play there to almost work. 8 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the game. Umpire steps in to ask the player from Argentina to step further away. You have to be 3 meters away. Outdoors, it's 5 meters, the away distance. Indoors, it's 3 meters. Surrounding the circle or marks, the proximity marks are 3 meters away from the circle. Outdoors, they're 5 meters away. And the indirect circle requirements outdoors are that the ball must travel 5 meters, whereas in indoor hockey, it's 3 meters. Ball right in front of the goalkeeper. Made the save based on the back reverse shot by Argentina. Leahy looking for the right opportunity, but not too eager to get the ball out. The longer they have the ball and Argentina don't, the more time expires from the clock, even though there's 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go. She'd be happy to practice this for another 7 minutes. But obstruction called against Leahy. Argentina into the circle, sending the ball towards the cage, but not at the cage. So a free push for Canada. Thompson was deep inside the attacking circle, waiting for an opportunity, but intercepted by Argentina. Now Wong passes back. Beautiful pass back from Wong to Thompson. Ball bounces up off the goalkeeper, now controlled by Argentina. Controlled, then almost lost. Thompson almost stole the ball away. Leahy with the ball. Not sure which way to go. She's got no one upfield. The umpire signaling that Leahy was a little extracurricular activity with her left arm. 6 minutes to go. Argentina down by 1. That save off of the goalkeeper, so Argentina will start with a free push from the center line. Oh, nice save there by the keeper. And that ball was inches away from tying the score. Thompson blamed for that collision. Could have gone either way, I guess. Both players chasing after a 50-50 ball. And 5 minutes to go in the game. Canada is up by 1. Lee up to Wong. Wong's stick is interfered with as he comes back to Lee. Over to Lancaster, but the ball is intercepted by Argentina. 2-on-1. Direct shot on the goalie, and then the ball was free for a second, but the player from Argentina just missed the opportunity to pop the ball into the goal. Thompson, back to Lancaster, to Lee with the quick deflection upfield, but picked up by Argentina until Thompson steals the ball away. 1-on-1, now 1-on-2. There's the shot against the keeper. The ball drops down safely for Argentina to pick it up. Barberno chasing, Lancaster now chasing, Argentina making the turn. And a penalty stroke called, as the goalkeeper, I believe, is the one catching the end of that. Yep, umpire pointing to the goalkeeper. She swung her stick at the defender. So the player in possession of the ball inside the circle, you just can't do that. The umpire coming over to reset the boards that were put out of place with the collision between Thompson and the player from Argentina. And the umpires taking up their positions. And the stroke goes in. Not a super powerful stroke, just enough to get it in the goal cage and over the outreached arm to the right side, the stick side of the goalkeeper. And now the score is tied 1-1 with 3 minutes and 36 seconds to go. Lee with the possession shortly at the top of the circle, then the ball defended away by Argentina. 3 minutes to go. Score is tied. What a great save by the Canadian keeper. So just over 2 minutes to go. Argentina very happy the score is tied. If they tie or win, then they will go to the championship final. If Canada wins, then Canada goes to the final. Just add a little bit of pressure. For those of you watching from home, perhaps that will raise your anxiety level a little bit. 2 minutes to go. Once again, Argentina ties or wins, they go to the championship game in the finals. If Canada wins, Canada goes to the championship game. So Canada is looking to get on the scoreboard at least one more time in the last minute and 40 seconds. And they do! And they do! Argentina gets the ball up quickly. They want things to go because the clock is not stopped. Argentina pulls their goalkeeper, so they have 6 field players in the game right now. They want to make the most of this last minute and 20 seconds. Try to tie things up again. Wong deflected the ball up in the air, so Argentina into the circle. The shot across the unline, last touch by the Canadians. Free push here with 1 minute to go. Canada up by 1. If they win, they go to the finals, the gold medal finals. Argentina with possession, looking for the perfect opportunity. Well, they might have it here, but the ball is misplayed, bobbles into the air. Canada's not going to be in any real hurry to get this ball into play. Switching players over the ball. Canadian asking, where should it be? A little stall or delay there from Canada, depends on who's counting it. Last touch by Argentina, 13 seconds to go. Leahy putting the ball into play. I don't think she expected that player from Argentina to be behind her. With less than a second to go, penalty corner called, and Argentina will end the game with quite the scoring opportunity. Argentina crew goes over for the play. Canada dressing in their protective gear. How's your heart medication? I hope it's not out. If so, you need to get to the pharmacy fast. Here comes the insertion. Canadian goalkeeper giving final word of advice to her teammates. The buzzer. The game is over. Canada wins. Canada goes to the gold medal final. Oh, wait, ladies and gentlemen. One of the umpires indicating use of the back of the stick. They're making sure they know when it happened, where it happened. Umpires sending the players away so that they can have this conversation. Make sure they're clear. The umpire from Ordway does not speak English and signals finally that it's a free push, arguably, for the team from Canada, last touched by a player from Argentina. And so the game does enter. The interrupted celebration now continues. What did I say about your heart medication? Not only was it excited there, but then at the very end, we weren't sure how the game was actually going to conclude. So the team in black will go to the first place game. And that game, of course, will happen tomorrow on Sunday. And that will happen at 3 o'clock when you will see Canada play the USA. Coming up in about 20 minutes, you'll see a different version of Canada versus USA as the Canadian men take on the USA men to conclude this day's activities in the men's division. We are at the very exciting 2021 Indoor Pan Am Cup. The games are happening in Spring City, Pennsylvania at the training center, a facility that's designed specifically for indoor hockey. My name is Chris Maloney, and I have been honored to be selected to do this announcing, getting to watch these very exciting competitions. And we're going to take a break here, and we'll be back for the men USA versus the men Canada.
Kim.
I had any hair left. That's why it's all gray under here. That's why you're wearing that. just uploaded more photos now. So, yeah.